There are problems.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Big one.
You're watching Season A.
But the country moved on. Without prejudice, as he has said.
We need to get
to whatever problems we have seen in the process.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Season A, the platform will speak truth to power.
This roof.
Look, this is a farce. This is fraudulent. We can't be silent. Those of us supporting Yoruba Nation, this is an open goal. If we can just unite ourselves, we need to get, I'm calling on every one of us now, ceasefire. Ceasefire. Ceasefire on your argument. Ceasefire on every disagreement we have right now. Ceasefire. This is a brilliant opportunity. The things that we all agree on is this. The governance as it stands now is the very reason. The fraudulent governance and the Inec. The Inec is showing us the worst of the worst of the worst of this governance. By imposing an election where the beavers has been they refuse to use the numbers from the beavers. They refuse to post real-time figures as the Inec chairman Mahmoud Yakubu promised back in November. We're now in we're going to be in February, and they are refusing. He promised that they were going to use beavers, and now they are going back to manual results. It doesn't matter who it is. If that process is wrong, whoever is chosen based on this flawed system will mean is setting a bad precedent. And that's one of the things that we have to actually point to as Yoruba people going for Yoruba Nation. This is why we are going for self-determination, because the system, the Nigerian system of governance and the constitution is fraudulent, is flawed, and is oppressing the people. The voice of the people is not being allowed to be heard. You are seeing this man here supporting Mahmoud Yakub when clearly he has refused to allow the beavers to be used to transmit real-time results as he promised back in November 2022. This is an open goal for those of us going for self-determination. We need to coalesce among ourselves, cease fire in all of your fighting. Let us come, we need to go and work out how we can talk to our people. This is a clear opportunity for us going for and advocating for self-determination on the basis of the flawed governance, the fraud, the open impunity within governance. I'm going to let them listen to this, please. Thank you.
Before we become whatever we want to become. And the processes are laid down. In this election, I can say it emphatically, there was no problem with the beavers. No problem at all. The final process. And beavers, I will say it to high heavens, is the best way to go. Love this country. Everything is here. Who would have believed? Because right now, there are many gains from this election. Nobody would have believed on 24th of February that Lagos will fall to a third force. Nobody would have believed that 3 governors lost senatorial seats, 1/3 of the states they governed for 8 years. They could not win.
The point is, the Beavers report was what was going to be relied on. And all of this is an excuse. If INEC cannot follow its rules, how can we expect us to rely on the results? INEC should follow its own rules. They told us they were going to give us real-time results. That's not what happened. Whoever wins this, if you win this based on this fraudulent result, that sets a bad precedent. It sets a bad precedence.
Nobody would have believed that a senator like Senator Bunife, who had done everything for her community, including building houses for widows, lost. Who would have believed that an Okada rider is now moving into the House of Representatives? This is the same election. This is the same process. Go ahead and conclude this process. If you have problems, we know where to go. But you have to use that window by electoral act given to you.
I want to say this now in all honesty. Many of us remember June 12. Many of us remember June 12. Many of us remember June 12. That was an injustice that was taken and has never been corrected. This is about to be another injustice. All we are saying is for the voice of the people to be heard. Release the real-time figures of the beavers across the nation. That is all we are asking for. But if you don't, we all see we're seeing an unfolding situation we don't know the end of. I'm not in any way. For me, this is making it clear for us why we are going for Yoruba Nation. Everything that is happening now is laying it bare for the world to see why we are going. Yes, 30 years. Exactly. Thank you very much, bro Edmond. So let's listen on.
You to review some of these issues. Revise them quickly before the exclusion of time. We cannot continue all the time to want this. Yes, people may have done so many things in the states. Yes.
Please share. Help us reach more people. This is injustice.
Political parties that worked with you all the way, you consulted all the time on a quarterly basis. And that's why when we are talking about the process, we know what we are saying because we are part and parcel of it. And we are not.
They cannot answer that question. This is not what Chairman Mahmoud Yakubu, this is not what he said back in November. Back in November, he said that the beavers' results will be used in real time. That's what he said. That's what he promised. And the Inec laws says that must be the case. And now we're using manual results, and we're all happy. We can't be happy. Can even the winner of this, if they say you're a winner, will you truly be happy with this? Please remember back to June 12, 1993. That was a transparent result. The entire world is saying that this election is fraudulent. It's not free and fair.
Ashamed of saying so. Nobody should crucify the Inec chairman. He's sitting here. He's sitting here.
How much they pay this man? I want to know how much they pay this man. How much they pay this man? How much? Una don't see him. That now una one Nigeria. Una don't see una one Nigeria. Welcome to now one Nigeria. Where impunity now in Bioga. Person where don't do wrong. Where suppose they jail now. Now they hail him. May not continue now. May not continue. I beg.
But if there are complaints,
welcome aboard.
If there are complaints about your people,
see this nonsense
expeditiously.
I beg. After we go make make phone call.
That is what we are saying. When Jesus Christ was here,
I beg, leave that story. We don't want to hear story. The man supposed to release the beefers real-time figures. We leave the story, Jerry. I beg. Who be this person safe? Leave that story. We don't want to hear story. I beg.
As a person, they had only 12 disciples, but one betrayed him. Only 12. Now you are having 37. Why would you not expect them to betray you? So let us look at Nigeria.
Now fraud.
Nigeria is our country.
I don't tell you now.
This country.
I don't tell you now. All of una will vote. Una I don't clear.
Country that we.
All of una will una go vote. Say all una I don't clear. We not tell una. Say we not tell una. Say all una I don't clear. Prince Ejema, welcome, Jerry. All una I don't clear. I hope say don't clear now. We will stand for Yoruba Nation. We don't want this. This not fraud. This not fraud.
Flowing with milk and honey. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You see how much they don't pay this man. Prince Ejema, welcome, Jerry. I feel when we do in a bit I go call you, make you if you call himself. 1 second. Welcome, Pretty Gentleman.
Okay, thank you very much. Let me seize this opportunity to assure Nigerians that we will do whatever we can within the confines of the law to review.
Now lie. Make a show now. Waiting the law talk. This man they lie to now. He's supposed to release the Beavers reports in real time. He can't tell us story now. I beg, come out.
Issues arising from the conduct of elections, particularly by invoking our powers.
You see?
Under Section 65 of the Electoral Act, to review where review is absolutely necessary. So I want to thank you very much. We have so many states waiting in the queue.
You see this nonsense?
So we now recommence collation of results. And the first state is Niger State. In the rec.
I go mute am because me I no want hear lies. I no get time to hear lies. Make I just call Prince Jejeman quick. Jejeman, I go call you, make you just talk how you say am. Me, this na open goal. This na chance where we supposed take. This na chance where we supposed take. This na chance where we won't go for self-determination. This na clear reason where we supposed take. Tell our people say, I hope say una eye don't clear. This na fraud. This na fraud. Then go tell una say no. That so. If you trust the system, make we see the real time beavers. We don't want here Tori. If you trust, make you bring the real. Make we see the real result. We don't want here story. We don't want here them. I beg. This now why we want come out to. Because Nigeria na impunity. We don't want them. Make everybody go answer in Papa name. Now how this one? Now which one? Where this one go end? Now when it go end? No. I know. Make everybody go answer in Papa name. We wait there for Yoruba Nation movement, the Biafra movement, and make we not agree to this kind of nonsense. So this not fraud. This one na fraud. Chai, my people. I know fit stomach. As I say, what time my conscience no go. I no go fit take this kind of nonsense. No, me I go talk the truth. Una kuku no say citizen why na the platform where we dey speak truth to power. We know the lie for this place. No matter how painful that lie and that truth. If not truth, make we talk am. This one na lie. Wetin dem dey do na lie. Then they read the result and they read so. Now manual result so no be beaver so. Then tell their staffs make them go release, make them upload the beavers offline. Now be say they don't want make people see them. They say make them upload them offline. Una call it say this not credible elections. No be credible elections at all. Oh. No be credible elections at all. Far from. Prince Jejeman, make I just call you. They find your number safe. I get them for this side. Make we just I just show now because I don't want to hear what they talk. All the numbers that they read now manual. Prince Jejeman that they call you if you answer the call, it will go good. Make we just talk small. I call you. If you pick them up, Prince Jejeman. If you did there, na network. I've been waiting to happen. Okay, hold on. No. Yeah, it did open. Prince Jejeman, you there? Hang on. No. Oh, okay. You come on. You did it. I'll go try him again. May I try him again? I bet no vex. Okay. So, hello, una dey there? So I dey call una. I dey call you. If you fit answer. You see what's in there for ground, so yeah, they hate the truth. Oh. bro, make we talk within the ground. I know, for me, it better make we talk truth. I know be say I know, I just want make we see the result. Make we see the result wey dem wan give us. This na lie. This one na lie, yo. I don't know how una take see am. This one na lie. As I dey see am so, people, I don't know. E get as e be. E get as e be. See the result. They come dey. Chai, my people. I don't know. Wetin dey for ground so e tire me, oh. E tire me. Then go dey read result. We no be na manual, oh. Na manual result that they read.
1, 8,
you see am?
3. Party Abga. 2.
Oh, sorry.
5.
Call am again. Sorry. I was trying to answer you. I beg, call again. Sorry, my fault.
2.
May you call
5,
again.
3, 9. Party
Yeah. I know that.
ABN. 5.
I beg, call again.
9,
Sorry.
8. Party ABN. 5, 9, 8.
Hello.
Party APP.
Yes, my brother. Yes, so Baoni.
3.
Baba, well done. Thank you for the good work you are doing, Baba.
All of us now.
You know, we thank God. Everything is working for our own good, you know.
So,
you see, Baba, we are not surprised now. You know, say you have been in the trenches for long. We have been in the trenches over this Niger issue, you know. You see, now is the time that these herdsmen in the Rock, all these herdsmen that are terrorists that are controlling the affairs of over 200 and something million people in Nigeria.
Yes, so
this is the time they want to unleash that war that Obadiah, my last year Obadiah.
Yes.
What is his name? This 2023, you know, he said that man that they killed, he predicted that they are going to unleash war on Nigeria in 2022.
Yes. Before
they kill that man, the whole Nigeria, they should be listening because they are listening to your program now as we speak.
Yes.
I want to remind them, everybody should be on alert. Everybody should just be on alert. Everybody must fight to take back their nation because Nigeria does not belong to anybody. It's a business empire.
Yes.
You see, I want to remind everybody that 2022, my last Abadiah said
I remember
that they wanted to unleash war on Nigeria. Fulani herdsmen that have attacked the seat of power in Nigeria that are there in Aso Rock. You know, their wing that is controlling the one in the forest is the Military Allah.
Yes.
They have office in the Aso Rock there. You understand? Now their plan has failed in 2022 due to the uprising of Nnamdi Kanu and the Sunday Igboho IPOB movement that has been on their neck. You see?
So
this 2023, this election that they did, Nigerian people made a great mistake to validate their abomination that they are calling government, okay? Because if that they have hold on to their restructuring, that would have favored them. But they went and entered into the net, because I'm telling you, trap of these people you see. Because this thing they did that they called election is just to validate the democracy that they don't believe in. Because they are Boko Haram, they don't want Western education, anything that has to do with Western education, which is democracy. They don't believe in it.
No.
Okay? You can see the way they are disobeying court order and the Kanu.
Yes.
UN said they should set him free. The Nigerian court said they should set him free. They still kept him there. A lot of activists are, even with all the NSAS youth, a lot of them are still in jail today. You understand? Because of and this enhancement terrorists.
Yes.
You know, what I want to tell Nigerian people is that everybody must be ready. They know that Nigerian army is not enough to quench the uprising because they have many fronts to fight. They fight. IPOB is there, Biafrans are there, Kwarawa Republic are there, which is Middle Belt. They want to go because they are tired of being killed every day by the Fulani herdsmen. Also, Duduwa are tired of the killings. They went to the Sunday Igboho house. They killed people there. They've been killed even in Abiola. When Abiola won the election, they killed a lot of people to quench uprising. It has been the suffering that the whole Nigerian has been going through in the hand of these Fulani herdsmen. They are the only people that are trouble to Nigeria. The average Hausa man is very, very sincere, very kind.
Yes.
They are accommodating. They don't have problem. You understand? The Yorubas, they are industrious. The Biafrans, they are industrious. Because people that are focused in their businesses, they don't have time for terrorism.
Yes,
because you can't do business and survive with terrorism.
Yes.
Business and terrorism does not go along.
No.
You get what I'm saying? You know? So these people these Fulani herdsmen, terrorists, they are the problem that Nigeria is having. Now they know that the army is not enough. That's why they imported a lot of terrorists from all parts of West Africa and they have planted them in our forests, in all forests in Nigeria. You understand? And why are they doing that? Well, they are planting these people in our forest so that if the army now, they bring army down, and army cannot quench people on the road, people in the ones in the forest, which Allah control, will now come from the forest. You understand? So they will have two people to backing them up. You understand? You know that T.Y. Danjuma said that the army is colluding. Who is the army that is colluding? It's the Boko Haram that they've all recruited inside the army. Do you understand? They are the people that are colluding with the terrorists in the forest that are controlled by Meiti Allah. You understand? Your program is a channel that is reaching the world. That's why I'm giving this out. So that people will know what they are up to. You understand? This is daylight robbery.
It is.
It's daylight robbery on the mentality of the whole over 250 million people in Nigeria.
It is
you understand? Daylight robbery, and everybody must not say, "Look, keep calm." If you keep calm, you will continue like this forever and ever. You understand? So everybody must ready to face it squarely. They are going to fight Middle Belt, they are going to fight Oduduwa, they are going to fight Biafrans. You understand? Because what they have declared now is nothing else but war on Nigeria.
Yes.
That's what Fulani herdsmen, terrorists in Aso Rock, this is what they have declared on Nigeria is war.
Now,
you understand?
Yeah, exactly.
We are only born once and we will die. Every man will die.
Yes.
Let nobody be afraid of death. Okay, we are born once and everybody must die. Either you die young or you die old. All die and I die. I don't be so why.
So, all die and I die.
All die and I die. But to be alive and you will be eating cow shit every day. Look at what they have done. Do you think that this money you see they are changing is deliberate?
It is.
Is another form of war.
Yes.
This fuel that you know that they just deliberately make it to be scarce is another form of war.
Yes, now.
They want so that people, they will restrict the movement of people. You cannot have enough fuel to power your vehicle or any other things that you want to move around with. This is one. Then two, the money, don't want people to have enough cash so that you can to buy food and to get what to defend yourself will be difficult for you. This is what Nigeria is up to, and they must be ready. Everybody must be very, very ready and know what they are facing.
Yes.
Okay. Yes, this is what I have to submit.
Thank you, my brother.
On this your channel.
Thank you.
Thank you for the great work you are doing.
No, thank you.
I love your zeal. Keep it up, and I'm calling I'm employing everybody, encouraging everybody. I beg, make now. subscribe to Citizen AY channel. It's a channel where you can get the truth.
Yes, sir.
Right and direct, no unadulterated.
Yes, thank you, my brother.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying to my people.
I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Yeah,
Papa. Well done the good work you are doing. Please keep it up.
We'll do. Thank you.
Yeah.
We'll talk later, my brother. I appreciate you so much, eh? It's very good to hear from you. Thanks for calling. I'm glad you called in as well. Thank you so much.
All hail
Biafra. Yes, we must go our
separate
way.
We are going. There's no going back, Papa.
Yes.
There's no going back. No. Everybody must stand up for their rights.
Yes.
Stand up for your rights. Stand up for your. It's a fight of destiny.
Yes, sir.
It's once or never.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, Baba.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. Call again. Okay, bye. So, my people, when I don't hear them, so that na Prince Jejeman. Now, waiting me, I won't talk. You see, waiting Prince Jejeman. As I talk, I'm not so it be. Now, so it be. We don't tire. We don't. How we go fit take back this kind of life? Make you not hear this man. Oh, for November, this not waiting this man talk. Oh, for November last year, this not waiting this man talk. Oh, make you not hear waiting talk.
To a story emanating from a section of the media
that
the commission has decided to jettison the uploading of polling unit level results in real time on election day. It should please be disregarded as fake news. The commission will upload polling unit level results and citizens will have access to those results in real time as we upload to the polling units. This innovation was introduced by the commission. The commission cannot turn around and undermine itself. So this technology has come to stay. We'll upload polling unit level results from the polling unit. Citizens will have the right to view these results. After all, who are we serving? The citizens. How can we deprive citizens from access to the results of the process conducted by them at the level of polling units? So I welcome you to the commission. I want to assure you and reassure you that the 2023 general election is going to be our best ever elections. We are committed, and that the votes cast by Nigerians will determine the outcome of elections, nothing more, nothing less.
Well, there you have it, Rufai. This was in November 2022, where he promised that electronic transmission of results was going to happen from each polling unit ahead of the election. I mean,
that is all we are asking. All we are asking for is for him to only simply follow his own rules. Let us play it again. Let me play it again. Listen to this.
To be concluded before grievances from any political party can be reviewed.
The process
so
has
this is
to
what
be
he's saying now.
Fast.
Listen to it.
Before you can then talk about power to review. I want to assure political parties that the evidence that you have of any alleged wrongdoing at any level of the process, whether it's at the polling unit or at collation level, please forward this information. And I promise you, as soon as the process is concluded, we'll then do the review as provided by law. On this note, I beg you for us to proceed with the process. Thank you.
Well, the ongoing collation process by the Independent National Electoral Commission has continued to generate mixed reactions from a cross-section of Nigerians.
And listen to what
especially as the chairman of the commission had guaranteed electronic transmission of results from each polling unit ahead of the 2023 general election.
Listen again.
To respond to a story emanating from a section of the media that the commission has decided to jettison the uploading of polling unit level results in real time on election day. It should please be disregarded as fake news. The commission will upload polling unit level results and citizens will have access to those results in real time as we upload to the polling units. This innovation was introduced by the commission. The commission cannot turn around and undermine itself. So this technology has come to stay. We'll upload polling unit level results from the polling unit. Citizens will have the right to view these results. After all, who are we serving? the citizens? How can we deprive citizens from access to the results of the process conducted by them at the level of polling units? So I welcome you to the Commission. I want to assure you and reassure you that the 2023 general election is going to be our best ever elections. We are committed, and that the votes cast by Nigerians will determine the outcome of elections, nothing more, nothing less.
So I just say make una hear that one. In case say anybody they doubt what we say, I just say make una hear them. Make una take una own hear waiting then talk. Tori don't change now. Tori matter don't change. They don't change Tori. Now they're going to give us manual results. Manual results. Say that one no be fake. Now person go take hand right time. When the person when they take hand right time, he go change them. This now waiting I want make we everybody where they will do one Nigeria. This now way what on Nigeria don't take us so. It don't take us again down that road. It no matter who win or who lose. Now the process. Share you feel trust the process. Now the question. Now the question I ask. Can you trust that process? Can you? These guys reading this stuff. They are not reading from the beavers. The beavers should be available to you and I to scrutinize online. So we all see it with our own koro eye. Not what somebody else is telling us. They are tampering with that result. And I don't think that's good. That is a very bad precedent for what you call a democracy, in my eyes. And I am, we'll hear what he's saying. We'll hear it, but...
See? I'm the state collation officer for the presidential election scope of 25 February.
It is sad. It is very, very sad.
FCT.
It's very, very sad.
The results for the presidential election held on 25th February 2023 in FCT states are as follows. Total number of registered voters.
Okay, so I'll leave it.
1, 5, 7, 0, 3.
It really doesn't matter. Honestly speaking, those results, everything that you're hearing, unless and until they are the Beavers reports, we cannot trust it. We cannot trust those figures because they are manipulated figures. And this is not how you run a governance. Europe has said about this. And let me see if I can find that thing. You cannot, it's light and day. Exactly. Absolutely. It is clear. So you please do call in if you want to call in. Call in on +44 7299 580 606. If you want to call in, I'll type it in as you're seeing it. So yeah, please call in on plus. If you want to chat, 447 580 606. We must be able to stand and speak truth to power. We mustn't be cowed by anything else. We have to, anytime we don't stand on truth, the result is usually a bad thing in the long run. You may think that you're benefiting from something now, but in the long run, it will have a negative impact whether or not you do so. There is something called karma. I believe in it. And I cannot in any way, in all good conscience, support a system. He said that it was going to be, back in November, he said the Beavers is what they're going to use. Hello, caller. Somebody's calling in, so I'll take it now. Hello, caller. Hello. We can hear. I hope you can have called in. So we're hoping to connect. It's hello, yes. Hello? Hello?
ṣé mo lè sọ Yorùbá ṣá.
ẹ lè sọ Yorùbá ẹ sọ Yorùbá.
tó rọ ọmọ Yorùbá ni wá.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma.
nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ dá sí ni wípé ṣé bí Inec sọ pé ṣé ìpè election tó bá fẹ́ ṣe.
bẹ́ẹ̀ni ma.
ó máa hàn sí gbogbo àwọn ará ìlú.
ẹ ṣeun.
kí ló wá dé tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n wá lọ fọwọ́ kọ election tó jẹ́ pé kò sí nǹkan tí ò clear everybody ibi tó bá ti mọ̀ pé Obi ti máa win wọ́n máa da àwọn jàǹdùkú lọ síbẹ̀ ìgbé kan lọ da election rú níbẹ̀ àwa ti sọ pé àwọn ò fẹ́ Nàìjíríà mọ́ torí pé ìlú yẹn kò ní ẹnìtì tó lè ṣe fún wa mi ò expect pé àwọn èèyàn lè jáde pé wọ́n fẹ́ lọ dìbò bọ́tà tún dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ náà pé kì í ṣe bá àwọn èèyàn ṣe máa ń jáde lọ dìbò tẹ́lẹ̀ náà làwọn èèyàn ṣe jáde ọjọ́ àwọn èèyàn ti ń là díẹ̀díẹ̀ bọ́tà àwọn kan ṣì wà bẹ́ẹ̀ pé wọ́n ṣì fọ́nú because tóbi kan bá débẹ̀ kò sí kankan tóbi fẹ́ ṣe nìkan tóbi ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ gbé constitution tó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ fẹ́ gbé constitution tuntun wá tó fẹ́ lò ní. Constitution tó kódẹ̀ tó débẹ̀ wọ́n máa sọ ẹ̀rín yẹn ó máa búra pé òun ò ní ṣe ẹ̀rìntì
òun ò ní yí padà
lẹ́yìn pé òun ò ní yí padà so mi mọ̀ kó tó ń ṣàwọn èèyàn wá nílé tí wọ́n ń gbọ́ nípa epo kẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká gbára wa sílẹ̀ ìlú tí mo wà ẹ̀ sìn 25 years anniversary ni wọ́n ṣe ní 25-26 ní ìjẹta àti ìjẹrin kí pé wọ́n gba òmìnira tí gbogbo inú wọn dùn tí everything tó wà òkè tí náà ọmọ onílù wọn dùn tó jẹ́ pé owó tó rí nídìí epo àwọn títí wọ́n tún rí benefit ńbẹ̀ wọ́n tún fún wọn lówó. agbára wa lọ́mọ wọn Nàìjíríà kò sí àǹfààní kankan tá a jẹ nílùú yẹn
kò sí rárá.
wọ́n kàn fi ara ní ara wọn lára láì ṣàwá àwọn politician wèrè tá a ní wọ́n tà wá sóko ẹrú torí pé àtẹnujẹ tí wọ́n ń jẹ torí owó tí wọ́n fún wọn wọ́n dẹ̀ fi owó yẹn wọ́n fi tọ́jú àwọn ọmọ wọn àwọn ọmọ tó fowó yẹn ń tọ́jú wọn lè jèrè wọn nítorí pé owó owó gbogbo wa ní ẹni àwa kan ẹlé wa síta àwọn tó wà lé wọn sọ́fà àwọn tó wà lé dá wọn tà náà kò ṣe pé bí àgbàdo kan náà là ń gbádùn tó bẹ́tà ju pé káwọn ní location 410 lọ a ní àṣẹ Nàìjíríà mọ́ kó ṣe dídán náà àbí ọmọ Yorùbá ṣáà ni mí ọmọ Yorùbá ni mí tí bá wà nílùú mi tí mo wà ní Èkó tí mo wà Ìbàdàn táwọn ará ìlú mi bá ṣe dè mí mo gbọ́ bí ìgbéjà Haúsá bí mo ṣe wà mí ìlẹjọ jẹ wọn Ìgbò náà mi ò gbọ́ ìlẹjọ jẹ wọn a ní kí ṣe wọn Nàìjíríà kì í ṣe dídán nínà tọkọ àti àwọn tó bá jọ fẹ́ra wọn tí ìbáṣepọ̀ àwọn méjèèjì ò bá rọgbọ olúkálùkù máa lọ kí ló dé tẹwa ní dídán ká dó sínú Nàìjíríà àdé ṣe Nàìjíríà wọn fún wa lórúkọ yìí a ní àṣẹ mọ́
orúkọ ẹrú ni
orúkọ ẹrú ni Nàìjíríà ló máa jẹ ká jíríyà
àmín
a ní àṣemọ ẹfiwálẹ ẹja máa lọ kó pọ̀ dandan ẹnì kan lọ bọ́ọ̀sì ilé bàbá olóyè Sunday Igboho wọ́n pààyàn méjì bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ fi máa ẹni ẹlẹ́ni tó ń jà fún òmìnira àwọn èèyàn sojú wọn ti là wọ́n ti ní kan tí máa yẹ sọ voice note tí kò wà lọ́wọ́ mi máa ṣẹ́ǹdẹ̀ sí ara àwọn Inec ni ó ní pé ṣe ni náà lọ nẹ́tíwọ̀kì sá lọ nígbà tí wọ́n fẹ́ máa kọ́ kí nìyẹn ó ní nẹ́tíwọ̀kì sá lọ ni máa sẹ́ni voice note yẹn sí ó ní ìlú yóò lè wọ́ọ̀kì rárá ó ní kọ́ tiẹ̀ pínlú ìgàn kọ́lùkálùkù máa lọ àwọn tó ṣe support wọn Nàìjíríà níyà o a ní ìlú yóò lè wọ́ọ̀kì kọjá ká máa lọ títí wa ká lọ máa manage resources wa ká tẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lọ fún 5 years náà tó bá wù wá tá bá fẹ́ padà wá ká padà wá tó bá dé wá ká wà ń bẹ̀. Ọlọ́run fún iṣẹ́ lágbára Ọlọ́run lágbára Ọlọ́run àgbálẹ̀ wà fún wọn láṣẹ Èdùmàrè gbogbo àwọn tó bá sọ pé ká má gba orílẹ̀-èdè Yorùbá wọn ò ní bá wà débẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn èèyàn sì tó support àwọn politician torí àtẹnujẹ torí kan tó fẹ́ jẹ wọn ta ọjọ́ ọ̀la wọn ọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọmọ tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn kájẹ́gbà pé Nàìjíríà ti lo wọ́n ti lo afárá wa àwọn ọmọ tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn kọ́ adé tuntun bímọ sínú ìyá yìí ó máa dá ẹ gbàdúrà fún Nàìjíríà láti gbà tí mo ti wà ní kékeré náà ní ká bá gbàdúrà fún Nàìjíríà má wọrí ó máa dá
kò dá kankan
rárá ó ń bàjẹ́ sí mi o bí mo ṣe wáyé sí 41 years lọ́dún yìí ó máa dá ni o ó bàjẹ́ sí ni kò tẹ́ ṣàtúnṣe rárá kọlùkálùkù máa lọ Nàìjíríà ìlú ẹ̀tẹ̀ ti sún wa ìlú wẹ̀rẹ̀ ìlú ọ̀ṣì ó ti sún wa ẹ̀kọ́ ètò máa sẹ́ni voice note yẹn sí ẹsẹ̀ máa gbọ́ máa sẹ́ni sí ẹsẹ̀
ẹ ṣeun thank you like the lady said there, look, the reason I'm doing this show, this is a perfect opportunity. I'm calling on all of us who are in the Yoruba Nation movement, please cease fire. Whatever argument we have, Now is not the time for disagreement. We need to work together. This is an open goal. What is going on now? What is wrong is wrong. Whoever this result benefits is setting a bad precedent if we do not speak up. This is clearly showing what is wrong with Nigeria. Mahmoud Yakub is carrying out something he should already have been forced to resign. He's carrying out impunity. Around the world, people around the world are objecting to what he's doing. Listen to what the Europe said, and I don't often talk about Europe, but even Europe, who is supporting, who are doing some rather questionable things that one does not support in Africa, even they recognize that they cannot defend this, and they've said you were going to hear the man. I'm going to play a video of the EU election monitoring guy, and what he said is very, very telling. We cannot go forward on this. I know some people are going to say, "Oh, yeah, but why are you complaining?" But that's the thing. This is wrong. Nigeria is a nation built on impunity. Nigeria is a nation built on impunity. You cannot hold anybody to account for whatever wrong they do. They get away with it. And that is not what we want. You cannot build a nation on impunity. Anytime you build a nation on impunity, it's not a nation. It becomes a kind of like a private business for somebody else. And that is not acceptable. So we are speaking up because it is not right. You cannot. With good hit. Listen to this.
There have been abuses of incumbency where those who wish to organize rallies in governor...
Let me show you again. I want you to hear it.
That there have been abuses of incumbency where those who wish to organize rallies in governor where governors are not of the same party, that they have been hindered in some way. We have seen instances in which there have been intimidation, and therefore we took note of these issues. And
intimidation.
All well short of international standards.
This is not a Nigerian, no. This is an European.
We would encourage these cases to be prosecuted, because impunity discourages people from taking part, and this is not.
I just said it, impunity, and that is why the dangers of supporting bad actions, bad precedent like this. That's the danger. It breeds impunity, and we need to speak up about it and reject it. And this is an open goal for us in Yoruba Nation. We need to coalesce among ourselves, really build a firm base, and go and all we have to do is show them what is going on right now. How not to run a governance. That's what Nigeria represents. How not to run a governance.
Up to the standards of inclusivity that we want to see in these elections. Well, there was 2 peace accords, in fact, and as you rightly note, there was a peace accord last week. And
hello, my brother. Let me just, I'll post that so I can hear you talk.
In the European Union.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Thank you so much.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, my brother. Welcome, my brother.
Thank you. Program that this madness have started.
Yes.
Thank you so much for the enlightenment and everything. Share the video there. Muma bere conversation me latori video there play right now.
Yes.
About the European Union.
Yes.
This is one thing Nigerians do not understand.
Exactly.
And it's so sad.
It's very sad.
It's so sad. People that call themselves educated people, they are basically they don't read through the lines at all. If an European Union representative is already complaining about an electoral process,
yes,
anything that comes from that electoral process, as a president, as a vice president, as a senator, as a governor, as a House of Rep, as anything, they would never ever hold that individual to international standard at all.
Exactly.
And what does that mean? What does that mean for Nigeria? That is a doom already for Nigeria in international body, because everything that comes from Nigeria, the entire European Union or the entire Western world will be looking at that thing as a complete fraud.
Yes.
Because it's already established.
Yes.
Because they saw it with their 2 eyes.
Exactly.
That the process and what you've been saying,
yes,
the process that generates all those things, they've seen it that process is a fraud on itself. So everything that comes out of that process is a complete shamble.
Absolutely.
They will never respect it. And what is that? What is that to the economy of Nigeria? Is going to go down the drain. Yes. They will never respect the naira.
No.
They will never respect whatever that comes out of it. They will never respect the people. They will never respect anything that comes out of that process. Would never be respected. They would never respect it until a proper investigation has been completely done and they have been proven beyond reasonable doubt that okay, they can trust Nigeria again. And how many years would that take? That could take at least the entire 8 years of if Tinubu is going to be there. It will take the entire 8 years of Tinubu for Nigeria to wash themselves clean in international stage. And what would that be for the economy under Tinubu? Completely shambles.
Yeah.
So you see, they are thinking that they are smart, but they are not smarter than the people that created the so-called democracy that they are using today.
Thank you.
Baba, like that, I'm gonna go into another point.
Yeah, go ahead, please.
I was listening to one of Fela's music.
Yeah.
Right, yesterday about election under Babangida.
Yes.
So I checked when was that music released, right? Baba Fela Anikulapo Kuti released that music in the year of 1986.
You see?
So I did my calculation. 1986 so I said 1986 minus 2023. Citizen AY, sir. That is 37 years ago. And I now wonder, me as a youth, I'm just 34 years old. So that means rigging has been happening in Nigeria before I was born.
Yes.
So if my generation believe that they can go to the polling unit to change the destiny of Nigeria, even my generations are a bunch of clowns if they think that.
Yeah, it's not going to work. I'm sorry. It's not. It is simply. It's rigged. It's rigged.
Citizen AY, sir.
Yes, my brother.
The reality of Nigeria finally hit me yesterday. Then that was when I realized that this country that country called Nigeria is a slave camp.
It is.
I'm sorry.
I've been saying it.
It is.
I've been saying it for a long time.
If election is already happening before I was born, then who am I to change the destiny of that? You know what I'm saying? Like people. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overthinking.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're perfectly right in coming to that reasoned conclusion. You're right.
Exactly. Like because look at the election result. I mean, I'm not supporting anybody. I don't care about Tinubu. No. I don't care about Atiku. I don't care about Peter Obi. They just wasting all their time.
Thank you.
Because no matter what democratic process that they are using,
one
thing is that they are sitting on a military decree. They are wasting their time.
Thank you.
They are just wasting their time. All of them going to the polling unit. All my families in Nigeria, none of them went to the election. They did not vote. None of them. Absolutely any of them did not vote because I don't even need to enlighten them. Themselves, they are so wise. And they have seen that all this thing is all bunch of shambles. So they did not even waste their time. None of them have love voters card. They don't care about it. They don't care about election in Nigeria.
Because we all know it's a sham.
Because
it's a sham.
What you say, sir?
It's a sham.
Yeah, it's a sham. Big sham. Look at I'm looking at the results, right? And even though somebody that knows how to work with numbers, you can completely see the rigging in blueprint sitting in front of you. They will say APC total vote 310,000 blah 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 blah. PDP 90 something thousand.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Then they will say Labour Party 300 and APC will be above Labour Party with maybe 2,000 or 1,000.
Exactly.
Who are you fooling? Who are they trying to fool? They're not this. And look at what I'm like I said, I'm not supporting Peter Obi because he's just wasting their time. But it's
the entire system is the problem.
How they are yes, sir.
The entire system is the problem. But go ahead.
It's the problem. You know, and look at the, like, look at. I was looking at a bunch of comment section, like, on channels, television, and all this news network.
Yeah.
All I'm just seeing is, if Peter Obi did not win, that's the end of Nigeria. So why have you been wasting your time?
Yeah.
Like, look at what I just said. If election is already been rigged before I was born,
they've decided already. They've already decided who was going to win it. That was all.
Exactly.
The voting is meaningless. It's only a way to trick the people, the citizens.
Exactly. Why are you validating madness when you already know you were born into a madness? Because I don't understand. It's like putting a lion, a tiger, and a hyena in one cage, and you telling all of them that whoever survive will come out of the cage.
Yeah.
You just know that. You just know that automatically. You just created the biggest fight in the animal kingdom, because you put a lion and a tiger. Of course, they will never agree. Now you put a hyena that doesn't even care at all.
Yeah.
So how do you expect all of them to survive?
Man. Man.
Like, it is shambles. It is crazy. It is crazy how, like, even my own generations, they cannot even read through the line. And look at Inec. Look at even Inec chairman.
Yes.
Like, literally, like, all the things
that
is going on right now. They could have arrested him, like, right there and there, because he's not even following his words. He said something like 2 weeks before or a couple of months before.
November.
This is how the
Back in November.
They're going to follow the beavers.
Yes.
Why are you not following the beavers that you mentioned? That is a crime on its own.
Right there.
That is a crime on its own. Right there is an automatic crime, because you said something and you did not do it. So what are we talking about? And you are holding a very high sensitive position in the so-called country.
Exactly.
Automatically, you have already like flame. And again, look at the problem that is going on right now. If Tinubu wins, our Southeast brothers, the Igbos, they will feel disrespected.
Yes.
If the Igbos, if Peter Obi end up winning, some of the Yorubas will feel disrespected, but at least I can bet you like 60% of the Yorubas will not have no problem with Peter Obi winning, being the president. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But the North will never take it.
No.
They will never accept it.
So why are we doing in the same? What are we doing in the same nation then? What are we doing in the same nation?
Let me finish, sir.
Yeah, go ahead.
That's the South.
Yes.
That's the South right there.
Yeah.
I just explained the geography of the South for you.
South.
We the Yorubas, 60% of us might not have a problem with Peter Obi being the president.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But if Tinubu becomes the president, at least maybe 40 or 50% of the Igbos might not have problems with Tinubu being the president.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? But now, if we go down north, the North will never allow the Igbos to be the president.
No.
Let's stop deceiving ourselves.
It's true.
Now,
you're right.
Now, in that same North, they would rather let Atiku become the president instead of Tinubu.
Yeah.
Because they don't respect Shetima for nothing.
No.
They're just using Tinubu because of his political views and how exposed he is. And whatever they can gain from him is what they're using from Tinubu.
Exactly.
Now, if we say Atiku becomes the president, there is nobody in the entire South that will feel comfortable for Atiku, because everybody knows his track record under Obasanjo. So why are we deceiving ourselves?
Exactly.
It is madness. It is shambles.
Yes, it is.
It is strange. And you know what's going to happen in a situation like that? It's going to be a battle.
It is.
It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. So any direction they take this election is going to be a problem. It is going to be a problem. Anyway they take it.
Yeah. I'm just hoping that those of us in Yoruba Nation, we can get ourselves together and really think because this is an open goal for us now. Because all we have to do is just keep pointing out the faults, the failings in the system, to get the people to join us. I said at the beginning of this election, I said, those of you who are going to vote, go ahead and vote. But when everything becomes clear, you will come back and join us. And we are waiting for you to join us. And that is exactly what is happening.
You see, I always call like whenever Uncle Koiki is doing like shows and all that, I always call in, give my opinion, you know, because I do a lot of research.
Yes.
Since when this Yoruba movement, like, you know, since when I know about the Yoruba Nation movement, you know what I'm saying? I've I've been doing a lot of research.
Yes.
I've been reading a couple of books. I've been buying books in bookstores. I've been reading like stories about Africa. What is the secret about Africa? What is this one about? How did this? Because this is one thing that a lot of people do not know.
Yes.
They took history from our generation because they know that the secret of a black man is written in a book.
Yes.
And for you to know the secret of a black man, you need to go back into history
and read.
You cannot just say what is happening right now.
No.
You have to go back into history and read. How did all this thing started? What is the genesis of all this madness? So you can start putting the puzzles together to figure out what's going on.
Exactly.
And with that, you will be able to know. Like me, if they wake me up right now from my bed and tell me between Nigeria and Yoruba nation, which one do you want? I will say I want Yoruba nation. Even though we don't have anything right now.
Oh,
I bet
we have everything. We have everything already.
I just want, because a lot of people are saying, how are we gonna eat? How are we gonna start our economy? The brain that God gives to a Yoruba man. If we have £1, we will convert that £1 to billions of pounds in the next 24 hours.
Yeah.
With the glory that we have. So if somebody say we don't have anything, go check our natural resources in Yoruba land. If you put a beans, if you throw a beans on the floor and you spit on it and you cover it with the soil, you come back in 3 days and see maybe that beans is not going to grow.
Exactly.
That is the glory of Yoruba land.
Exactly.
So there's nobody that can tell me anything about the tribe of Africa, because the only way the success of Africa can go back to the glorious way, Africa needs to go back to the tribal way. And this is not a hate.
Well, actually, more precise, the kingdoms we had. We had great kingdoms.
In those kingdoms are all tribes. The Yoruba tribes, we have our Yoruba kingdom.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. You know, the Hausa tribes, they have their kingdom.
Yes.
You know, the Igbos, their tribe, they have their Igbo kingdom in their tribes. That is the way Africa was set before all this madness started. So I've read so many books, I've seen so many things, I've done so many research. Every time I just see Nigeria, I just laugh, because what is going to end up in Nigeria is exactly what is already cooking up. They cannot escape it. The catastrophe that is going to happen in Nigeria, is already showing right now.
It is.
There is no way. The end of Nigeria is up in a rise, and everybody can see it. But with the help, Dele Farotimi said something yesterday that he won't be surprised that Buhari is going to be the last president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
That's coming from a man that supports Nigeria. That's big.
Imagine that statement.
Yes.
Dele Farotimi said, I will not be surprised if Buhari becomes the last president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. That statement is a heavy statement. It's a heavy. Thank you, sir. Let me give way for other people that want to call in.
Just before you go,
thank you so much for your good work, sir.
You're welcome. Just before you go, I want to ask you a question.
Yes,
because I see your generation as the next people who will be who should be leading the Yoruba nation. My generation, we are here to just sort of open your mind and get you to see things, see the real Africa, and we've done that job by what you've said now. But what would you like your fellow 37-year-old or 35-year-old to 45-year-old, what would you like them to do to bring Yoruba nation to life? What would you like them to do?
First of all, we need to stop. My generation. First of all,
go ahead.
At least 40 to like 50% of us, or 60% of us, right? We need to stop believing the lies that our parents has been telling us. They need to forget everything about Nigeria first, before they see their real identity. Because you might be thinking that because they have a Yoruba name, they believe in anything that called Yoruba. They don't. They are so lost into that name, Nigeria, but they just have their traditional name. But all of them, they see Nigeria. Because why? If you look at NSAS right now, if I tell you that, okay, supposing we, the Yoruba nation agitators, we went into the crowd of those NSAS and we asked them, between Yoruba and Nigeria, choose one. They will say Nigeria. And if you ask them, what is your name? My name is Oluwafumike.
Yes.
My name is Babatunde. My name is Chide. My name is Olorunwa. My name is Kola. But he has that Yoruba name, but he will choose Nigeria first. That's my generation. Why? Our parents have sunk our foot deep into that Nigerian entity. The only way we can push forward is majority of us that believe in Yoruba nation, that believe that we want freedom for ourselves. We need to go deeper into those groups of my generation and try to change their mindset that there is something better, there is something bigger, there is something that has already been existing before the name Nigeria. But for them to believe, it's going to take us a long way to go. Because look at this people, look at the obedience. The Igbos are not the only ones in obedience. No. At least, like, if I say in the 100% of the obedience, I can say Yorubas are like 50%.
Yeah.
So now, me taking those 50% Yoruba out of that obedience that believe in, because the obedience is a remnant of the Ensars.
Yeah.
That is the obedience. It is what happened to them in the toll gates that gave birth to obedience.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So that's exactly what happened. It is exactly what happened to the youth at the Ensars in Lekki toll gate is the genesis of the obedience movement.
Okay.
So now, how am I gonna? I'm trying to figure out how will I take those 50% Yoruba, at least 30% or 20% out of those 50%, because I mean, I might be very crazy of myself if I think I can win 50% out of nowhere. No, it's impossible.
No.
I'll say like maybe at least like 20%.
Yeah.
How can I convince those 20% to know that there was something before that name Nigeria.
Exactly.
That took the life of your best friends in a Lekki toll gate. That is where the problem lies.
Exactly.
But the only way I can continue doing that is constant awareness.
Good.
Constant education. Like we need to start passing information to each other. You know, spending more time on my generation now. The global way of social media. Like everybody's on social media. Everybody in my generation. You know, the more we open like Twitter rooms, the more we open like Facebook conversations. The more we reach out to each other. Like let them know hey, this is what there was something before that name Nigeria. We were Yorubas before they started calling us Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? We were Yorubas before 1914. We were Yorubas. We have kingdoms. We have businesses, we have elites, we have people that have been traveling all around sub-Sahara region, all around the entire Western atmosphere. We have people that have been traveling on the Atlantic Ocean. We have Yorubas that have been traveling before 1914. We have Yorubas that are a bunch of explorers. They've been exploring the entire Western atmosphere of Africa before 1914. We need to start telling those stories. The more we tell the stories of who we are before the white man came to our shores, it might start changing their mindset to let them know that yes, we were Yorubas before they started calling us the nigger area. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. But that your question is very, very I wish I can have another type of answer for it.
No, but it's good.
I'm not gonna lie to you because the reality, the reality that we're sitting on right now is just sad.
It is.
Because so many of my generation have been so drowned into this name Nigeria entity.
Indeed.
And
Indeed.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much for that deep analysis of an answer. What I would like to do is I'd like to invite you to do a program with me, probably on Twitter Space or something. So we will set something up. We will discuss it more later on because the youth, for me, you guys are the key to the future of Yoruba Nation. And without you guys, your voice, I want you guys to have a platform where your voices will be heard. Because when your voices are heard, the more of you that are speaking and participating in this process, the better. My generation, I'm over 55, so
absolutely,
I'm not in this for myself. I'm in it for the coming generation, which is what and so I'm really glad that you called in, and this gives you an opportunity to connect. So what I'll do is I've got your number. We will talk some more about I've got some ideas and we can discuss it. And of course, please, it's a two-way street. Don't just think I have the answer. you need to come up with. I want to hear things from you.
And again, sir. And again, sir. Gbọ́ Yorùbá o.
Ó yé mi,
mo ń sọ òyìnbó so that àwọn brothers wa ní south east àtàwọn other people tó ń gbọ́ yín ọmọ abalẹ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ gbogbo ọmọ abalẹ̀ yẹra wa ọmọ Yorùbá pọ́nbélé ni mí ìsàlẹ̀kó lọ bí mi sí ìsàlẹ̀kó lọ bí mi sí ọmọ Yorùbá kìkì mi mo gbọ́ Yorùbá délé kò ṣe pé mo gbọ́ Yorùbá o identity wa nìyẹn identity wa nìyẹn ọmọ Yorùbá gangan ni mí.
Ó dà bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣeun gan ni nice one. So àwa tún máa sọ̀rọ̀ again mo dúpẹ́ gan ṣeun ẹkúṣẹ́ náà okay later yẹn.
ọ̀rọ̀ onítọ́lẹ́nu ẹ̀dẹ̀ wá gbé wa jẹ tó bẹ́ẹ̀.
àmì àṣẹ ṣeun thank you bye. Wow, I could talk to my brother there for ages. What I wanted to do there was to, you see, we need the voice of the youth in this struggle. We need the voice of the youth and their ideas and their suggestions. Yes, it's fine. I can talk. I can say this. I can say that. But oftentimes, the people that will need to be heading this struggle are the youth. He's in that age gap, 37, 45. We need those people to head this Yoruba nation. They need to be part of that discussion. They have to be. So I'll be doing a few things you'll be seeing. I'm going to start doing things just so that they can be part and come up with real solutions. And something oftentimes when they are part of that solution, it is even more, there's a buy-in into it. And that's what I'm, because my role is just to provide a platform and hopefully get the ideas to get us towards furthering into Yoruba nation. So thank you very much, my brother Ayomiku Daneju, I think it is. Yeah, Ayomiku Daneju, sorry. So let me play this. What the man you're seeing on this video is the man, they're from Europe, and they're saying that election process is flawed. We can't ignore that. We can't ignore it.
And we want to see political participants making very clear statements and not tolerating the type of intimidation that was going on in certain places. And our observations were that there was intimidation going on and that it was intended to suppress voter turnout, and that's a very serious issue, and it falls well short of the standards that Nigeria sets itself.
You see?
But there should be very clear pathways to prosecution for those who carried this out. There should be very clear provisions within the Electoral Act about electoral offences and intimidation of this sort. So we would take note of that, and we will be part of the final report and conclusions and recommendations that we'll make at the end of this process in a few months.
See that? Already, before they even announce the president, they are telling you that the process used in this particular instance, headed by Chairman Mahmoud Jakub, is deeply flawed, cannot be relied on, is truly corrupt, and their recommendation is going to be against this. It's better everybody, I don't know what they want to do, but from my own point of view, as a Yoruba Nation movement activist supporting Yoruba Nation, this is the kind of things that we are using to show why we are going for Yoruba Nation. Because contraption Nigeria is built on fraud, impunity, corruption, direct corrupting and tampering with the votes of the people. Actually tampering. There are videos where they T-Pex over what people voted and changed it. That is what Nigeria represents. And that's why we mustn't support Nigeria. Let me play you this song that I've written. And I want you to, the words on it is the words I want you to really focus on. The words in the song. Because it's very important to hear that. So not this one. No, not that one. Okay, it's going to come in a minute. That's the man that's causing all this hassle for us. But here we go. So let's go here. So let's go again. Have a listen to the words. Listen to the words and the music.
My people, how long
Yes.
Now fraud. That yeah constitution. Now in there they claim close to na high. Make una wake up. Wake up. How long? No be the solution. Now the solution, now it be the solution. Make una wake up, make una wake up. Time down now. Baga, be Yoruba man, you be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination. Now your right, you. How long? Una go dey suffer? How long gonna go dey suffer? Yoruba land na your land yo. Middle belt na your land yo. Hausa land na your land yo. Biafra land na your land yo. No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria.
No be Nigeria.
No be Nigeria. No be Nigeria.
Yes, my people, I hope say you enjoy that track. You can get that track on iTunes and Spotify. It's on there, and it can be helping to Zinewa in the work that we're doing. To be honest, there is a lot of things that we need to do. There is a lot of things that one needs to I want to really get involved in. But obviously, I'm limited by the things and the research that I do, the time it takes me, and also my physical limitations. Nonetheless, I'm doing what I can. But if you can, if this resonates, bind that tune. Go and download it from iTunes and Spotify. Download it, share it to family and friends. Get them to listen to the words. Everything that's happening right now, you can see it. You can relate it down to what is happening on ground. You can relate it to what you find in the music. The music talks about the constitution, the constitution imposed by Abdul Salami, Abubakar, on us. It talks about it. It is relevant today. And it's that constitution that gives you the Inec, the same Inec that is doctoring the report. So you can see that it's a very, very relevant song. So what we need to do is for our people to be able to listen. And it's in Pidgin. So for Yorubas, for Igbos, for Middle Beltans, it's a song that speaks to what is really going on right now. And I want us all to really keen on that and make sure we educate our people. The process that is going on right now is deeply flawed. It is wrong. It's illegal. I mean, the numbers that they are all manual numbers. Somebody start down and type it in. It is not the beavers. The numbers that you are looking at on the screen is not the numbers from the beavers. These are the numbers that the electoral official, the INEC officials have now put in and typed it in. And they want you to believe in those numbers. That is not democracy. That is a unitary system of governance. So I want to thank each and every one of you watching this broadcast. If you're on Oduduwa TV Radio, please share this broadcast and make sure it reaches more people. I'll just say a quick hello to those who are on Oduduwa TV Radio on YouTube, and let me just give them a quick shout out. The name is Adebanjo Sunday Ekabo Moki. Then Shegun Hono, thank you very much, Moki. Ogun Dokun Taiwo Moki, you know. Oluwa Fayokemi. Oluwa Fayokemi Daniel Mokeyin Esheun, Ademola Atonda Mokeyin no, then Olaoluwa Oguntula, I hope I'm saying it right, Mokeyin no, Esther Adepoju Mokeyin, the video okay, mo nkan tele se mo ni te ba lo orin yen won ta lórí ó wà lórí iTunes, so but I'll see if I can get the video down. But it's a lot of it takes a lot of time to get that done. I'll have to see if I can send that, and I'll see if a way we can do that. And then Oluwa Fire Kemi Daniel. Ṣeun gan ni mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín. Ẹ bá orin yẹn ẹ kọ bá máa tẹ́ bá lọ sórí iTunes ẹ kàn download ẹni ẹ ti rí orin yẹn. How long una go suffer? Ó máa da ká pín káàkiri fún àwọn èèyàn kan máa gbọ́, because torí àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ tó wà ń bẹ̀ ó nípọn gan ni, ó dẹ̀ ṣe pàtàkì kí àwọn èèyàn wa ká fi mọ ìdí ìta fẹ́ gba òmìnira. So I want to greet each and every one of you watching this video. I appreciate you. As we are speaking to you now, the Inec are refusing to release the beavers numbers, and that is the problem. Nobody is saying that they should do anything else other than to do what the Inec man promised. He said it in the deep video broadcast that I showed earlier on. And he said in that video that, yes, they will be showing, they would only show you the report that come from the beavers directly, real time. Those were his words, not mine. Those were his words. And now, he's now rolled back on those words. So we can't trust anything that they're saying. We cannot trust it. Let me go back and show you again. Let's hear it again. I want you to hear those words again, because it's very important. Because those who are telling you not to be.
And in my presence,
listen.
They called the rest in Imo, where even the director of ICT was saying they should use offline to upload.
You see?
The process is not over because it is faulty.
You see?
Results were not uploaded, and if those results were not uploaded, we are definitely going to contest the authenticity of whatever presentation is being made here. And finally, sir, I want to challenge any returning officer from any state coming here, because there's penalty for you if you lie or if you alter anything. Tell us before you start your presentation that what you are presenting before cameras, that what you are presenting is what is uploaded on Inec website. Please say that and see if you have given wrong information, you will not go to jail.
The INEC chairman cautioned Dino Melaye, insisting that the collation process had to be concluded before grievances from any political party can be reviewed.
The process has to be concluded first before you can then talk about power to review. I want to assure political parties
that is not true.
You will see soon. Have of any alleged wrongdoing at any level of the process, whether it's at the polling unit or at collation level, please forward this information. And I promise you, as soon as the process is concluded, we'll then do the review as provided by law. On this note, I beg you for us to proceed with the process.
The process is flawed.
Well, the ongoing collation process
to this
by
bit
the
again. I want you to listen again.
Electoral Commission has continued to generate mixed reactions from a cross-section of Nigerians, especially as the chairman of the commission had guaranteed electronic transmission of results from each polling unit ahead of the 2023 general election.
Listen.
This is this opportunity.
This is in November, just November gone.
A story emanating from a section of the media that the commission has decided to jettison the uploading of polling unit level results in real time on election day. It should please be disregarded as fake news. The commission will upload polling unit level results, and citizens will have access to those results in real time as we upload to the polling units. this innovation was introduced by the Commission cannot turn around and undermine itself. So this technology has come to stay. We'll upload polling unit level results from the polling unit. Citizens will have the right to view these results. After all, who are we serving? The citizens. How can we deprive citizens from access to the results of the process conducted by them at the level of polling units? So I welcome you to the Commission. I want to assure you and reassure you that the 2023 general election is going to be our best ever elections. We are committed, and that the votes cast by Nigerians will determine the outcome of elections, nothing more, nothing less.
You can see now that's a lie. You cannot see that Eric say Iro Latokidele. And this is what they're doing right now. What they're doing right now is what you're seeing now. This is what they're doing right now. They are manipulating the figures. You cannot trust those figures. I'm sorry.
Oliver Teso Agundu, Resident Electoral Commissioner.
Sorry about that. I'll bring it back down. Sorry. Bring it back up. Sorry. So we go. Yeah. Okay, and then there. So give me a minute.
Coalition officer for the presidential election.
That is exactly what they've done. They are lying to you and I.
Of 25th February 2023 in Plateau State.
They are lying to you and I.
The results for the presidential election.
Please take note. Please take note. The figures being released now, they don't come from the beavers. They are manually generated by the officials of Inec from each of the states and from the polling stations. They are manually generated. So when you look at those figures, they are nothing like the real figures that the people voted. And they've changed. In some instances, they've actually changed the vote of the people. They've gone in and changed the votes. So we can't trust the process. We cannot trust the process. We cannot trust anything that's been done here. We have to really, really, really speak truth to power. And those of you, anybody supporting this, go ahead and support it. You are making the case for the likes of me and others supporting Yoruba Nation. Go ahead, support it. Speak for Mahmoud Jakub, the chairman of the non-independent National Electoral Commission. Speak on this behalf. Support it. Continue. In fact, the more of you speaking up, I'm hoping that those of you who have voted now will now see that your votes have been manipulated. Your votes have been manipulated. So who you wanted to win the elections, and it wouldn't matter who you choose, you wouldn't win that election. Who you wanted to win the elections will never win, because they simply went in and they scrubbed whatever you wrote out and put in who they wanted. So your voice, your franchise, you were denied your franchise. That is what Nigeria is about. Nigeria is about denying the franchise of the very people they are meant to serve, which is you. And they silence your voice. They do not let you have a voice to speak truth to power, to decide for yourself who you want. And I'm here to tell you, whoever you vote for, it goes back down to one thing. That constitution is a fraud that will be used to deny you yet again your birthright to the resources beneath your feet in your own local area. These are facts that cannot be disputed in any way, shape, or form. I'm going to come back maybe I might do a show in terms of the local government areas. In fact, let me give you a quote. I'm going to try and give you a little quote, and I'll show you, come back with that figure later on. I saw something the other day, and it's important to do a lot of research when you're doing this work we're doing. A lot of research at all times, night and day. The states got 5.864 billion this is from oil revenue. Local government councils were supposed to receive, listen to this, local government councils were supposed to receive 4.521 billion naira. And then the oil derivation from the states that were generating oil were going to get 2.894 billion naira. Now, the one I want you to remember, and I'll come and talk about this particularly, is the local government area. That money for the local government, 4.521 billion naira. Was just, I think it was in towards the end of December, if not, or January. They just got that money. It is not going to go to a local government. The states and the House of Assembly are going to sit on that money. That is what it means. That is what Nigeria is about. The money. So every time you don't have good roads, you don't have what. I'm going to really do a program on that, and we're going to break that down line by line. We're going to break it down because you need to understand why we are going. Because the system is designed to enslave us in our land, and unless our people are aware of this knowledge, they will not stand up for themselves. That's why I'm talking about the simple idea of sovereignty belonging to you in your land, in your local government area. It belongs to you. And then you have to ally it with the participation in governance. Section 14.2c. You are allowed, you have the right to participate in your governance. 14.2a is about sovereignty belonging to you. It's from you through that the government derives its powers through you. So you are a sovereign as a community, and the participation, you are actively allowed to participate by questioning your government. The 4.52 billion naira, 521 billion naira meant for local government is being sat on by the state government. All those who are telling you to vote for them, they are sitting on it, and they are preventing your local government from developing. And that's one of more reasons why we need to go for self-determination. This is not going to work. What you're seeing is a sham. So I will do a separate program on that, because to bring this into this program, it will really open it up. But I'm just trying to see, we're going to see what they're going to do with this. We're going to hear it. I mean, I don't know when this will conclude, but I'm just really sad about what is going on. That this is what's happening, and the figure. It doesn't matter who they elect. This system, this process is fraudulent, and there is impunity. That man that's standing there, Mahmoud Yakub, should already have been forced to resign, and he should already be arrested, because he said in November that he was going to completely trust the system, trust the beavers, and allow real-time figures to come out. They are reading to us. He's now having to look at what they're reading and sign it there. The beavers should have been what they would have done. If you actually remove the human error side of it, he would be on there looking on the screen. This is what the beaver said, and the person would have signed it in front of him there. What they're doing is signing on what they've lied. They're signing it on a lie. And the shaking is all trying to make you believe in their lie. It's all designed to make you believe in the lie that they're putting before you. We need to reject it. I don't care who wins. I don't care. You will not be able to change the constitution in any way. I will just show you. As we're talking about the constitution, as you all know, I'm something of an expert in that area. It's my area that I've been researching for months and years. Since 2018, I have been looking and studying, scrutinizing that constitution. At first, I was believing in it, but it's nothing but a sham. It's a lie. It's all designed to keep you confused, to keep you enslaved in your land. So I'm here to enlighten you. So let's find this thing for you. 1 second, please. I want you to always remember that what you're looking at is a decree. It is not, that constitution is a decree. The person who comes in will have to swear an oath. Never mind that one. I don't need that one. I don't know why that keeps coming up. I'm going to switch that off. 1 second, please. So I'm just going to show you this. I want you to know the basis upon which that he's doing what he's doing is this. I hope you can see it. I'll bring it up. Hope you can see it as you're watching. I'm trying to just show you. You see, you can see on the screen there at the top of the page, it says Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria Promulgation Decree number 24 of 1999. Now, when the person who will come in, when the president or whoever is elected in this fraud nation, when he comes in, this is the Constitution. But they are not going to let you and I know that, because it says this decree may be cited as the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he must swear on oath. The president must swear on oath to protect this military decree. You need to understand that. You know, the president must swear on oath to protect this fraud. So we need to be very, very aware. Those of you supporting One Nigeria, you are supporting something that is being used to enslave you in your own land. And it's time we woke up. So we are here to enlighten ourselves, to try and educate ourselves, share this message. Those of you who are under the mistaken belief that you have One Nigeria, that One Nigeria is good for you, it isn't. It is just showing you. The Inec chairman, Mahmoud Yakub, He's blatantly lied on camera. And I can guarantee you, nothing will happen to him. He will not face jail. He will not be arrested. That is impunity. When you have impunity, you do not have democracy. You see, impunity and democracy can never stand together. Impunity means that you are not in a democracy. You've taken away democracy and you are doing as you please. We are not a democracy. Don't misunderstand that. This is a governance of impunity, and it has been for a long time, all of 30 years plus. So we need to wake up. We need to wake up. Well, 23 years in terms of, we're looking at things strictly in terms of the Constitution. But even back further than that, because don't forget the military have been in place. And that's impunity. But, that's what this is about. So you need to understand that the people who are going to tell you that, by the way, this is our Constitution. They're not telling you this fact. It is a decree. It says so. This decree may be cited as the Constitution of Federal Republic of Nigeria, Promulgation Decree number 1999. And that means we are being ruled by military decree. And the Inec, this military decree was what brought about. Let me go and show you that again. I'm just going to step back out. Can I go in here quickly? Sorry, I'm just trying to show you one or two things. And I might pause for a bit and probably come back again. Is it over an hour now? Let me see. Yeah, I need to get something to have a bit of a pause. Let me just show you. We're going to come back to that. You see, they're doing the abracadabra again. So let's go to www.citizenny.org. You will see the thing I'm talking about. I want to just show you something quickly about the Constitution. That's the proposed Yoruba Nation Constitution that we will have when we get our nation. But this process is a lie. It's a fraud. Now, I want to just show you quickly that what you call the Constitution here is actually a promulgation decree, because it said so before on the top of the page on what I showed you earlier on. It said so there. So this decree may be cited as a Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and the person who comes in will have to swear on oath to protect this military decree, because it is a decree that they have put in place, and that decree is what they will have to govern by. They cannot change it. Whether Atiku, whether Bitinubu, whether Peter Obi, none of them can change this. This is why we are advocating for the need for referendum. This election is pointless. Until you change that Constitution, you will not be able to make any change, whoever you elect. And I'll show you furthermore why. There is, within here, there is, I'll come to the 72, page 72. Let me show you page 72 to why they cannot make any change. Page 72, okay. Okay, no, that one. Sorry, it's the 72. Yeah, here we go. No, sorry. It'll come up to me. It'll come up in a minute. Yeah, there you go. Page, that was 75 actually. So there's the reason why they cannot make any changes. Within that Constitution is the exclusive legislative list. Within there, it pulls everything. Your mineral resources is being controlled under section 30, under item number 39. In your local area, you have no control over your mineral resources. Section 39. You have no control over your mineral resources. So that means that if they find oil in your area, the oil, they will take it to the center. Your local community will not benefit from it. That is why the Ogoni people, they should be one of the richest people around in terms of the resources, but they're the poorest because the government takes the money out and they leave the community destitute. People are living in terrible conditions, but the oil that they're making the money from, they should benefit first from it, but they're not. Well, it's because of the section item number 39 on the exclusive list. Mines, minerals, oil fields, oil mining, geological surveys, and natural gas. All of that has been pulled into the center by this Constitution. And unless you change that, you can't improve the lives of the people. So that's point number one. So I need you to know, and that's on the exclusive legislative list. That means, and this is a list that we, the people, had no hand in. This was drawn up by the military. The military said exclusive legislative list. We didn't. This is why I'm saying the referendum is important. We should vote on this to decide if that's how we want it. But we never had a hand or say in that. That is why we're saying what we're saying. So the other part of it now, let's go to page 13. I want to go to page 13. So that's the point number one, the exclusive legislative list. The president now, whoever they are, they cannot change it. They cannot change it. They cannot change it. They will have to abide by it. It's bound. In fact, if they don't swear on oath on that constitution, they won't be a president. They won't be allowed to be president. It is that simple. Now, number 13. Let's go to page 13, and I want to show you something here. Page 13. The page 13. I talked to you about the money meant to go to local government. The money will never get into the hands of the local government because within the Nigerian constitution, they never wrote the local government into the constitution. They wrote in section 76 76 A and B. They gave powers to the National Assembly to make provisions for statutory allocation of public revenue to local government in the federation. So the local government they are mandated to make allocations of funds to the local government, the National Assembly, and the government. The House of Assembly, that is the State House of Assembly, is also they should also make provisions for allocation of public funds to local government. But the third part of it, they should have said, okay, the local government will receive funds they are mandated to receive funds from the state government to be able to take care of the local government area and to deal with the concerns of the people. They are not there. The local government is non-existent on this constitution. And that is since May 5th of May 1999. The local government have never had any constitutional powers. So to build anything is impossible in that place. They are fighting for themselves. Yes, their family. They are used to rigging, and we've been accepting it. That they did this time, they enjoyed deceit. Exactly. Florence Dairo, you are welcome on board. Thank you so much. You are absolutely right, Florence Dairo, my sister. So we are very, very much. I think it would be better to do a document on Nigerian Constitution to enlighten people. Bro Edmond, I've done that before. I'll do it again. I'll do a show, a proper show, and we'll go and look at the Constitution like I'm doing now. I'm just picking up bits of it. But the reason why that would take me, there was a time I was doing a section by section broadcast on the Constitution. At that time, I believed that Constitution will work. But right now, it is not going to work. But I will look into that, Bro Edmond. And I think it is something to look at in that way. I'll go and I'll see and I'll do a presentation on it. That's it. I'm going to do a presentation. And in that presentation, we will go through this at length to at least make people to sort of see what's been done. So let me pin this one here. I want to pin that message because the message that was sent there is powerful by Florence. And I will be pinning messages as we go along on other platforms as well. So those of you who are on Oduduwa TV Radio on Facebook, I greet you all as well. I haven't forgotten you. It's just that there's been a lot of things that we're talking about. And oftentimes, trying to monitor 3 different screens can be a bit of a task. And also trying to be, engaged in the main topic of the day so that we're all aware. I want to just state, as we're doing this, is that we mustn't relent. What is wrong is wrong. If we go and accept this precedence of corruption as the basis and fraudulence and non-transparency as the basis of the new so-called dispensation, then that means that you set the precedence of corruption in the system. But for me, I stand for Yoruba Nation, and this is we don't have to say anything as to what is wrong. You can see it. You can see what is wrong with the system. You can see the injustice. You can see the fraud. You can see the impunity. And that we're hoping that will wake you up to begin to want to take collective action to get away from the system. So let me just see. I want to greet my people who've been on here. Sikuru Kuma, welcome on board. Anu Oluwapo Oyeyemi, thank you. Asani, welcome. Prince Adewale Adediba, welcome. Olatunji Adisa, welcome. Bami Bala Adesoji Lejua, welcome. Balogun Inyoda, welcome on board. Ifadola Adeniji, welcome. Prince Elijah Adebayo Ashiwaju, yeah, thank you. James Koka, yeah, the young man has brain, absolutely. So yes, we're going to bring Ayomiku Daniju. We'll bring him on board. We'll be doing some more discussions with him. Please send us your WhatsApp number, sir. Okay, my WhatsApp number. Let me put it on here. Sorry about that. So I'll do that now. +44 Emma Binu plus call in on. Sorry, on +44. So I'll put that up here as well. +44 7399 580. You see it on here. Emma Binu 580606. So we will speak a mixture of the language here. So I'm going to pin it. Emma Binu, I just wanted to just check. If something just said to come and check the other side. So the number is pinned on there. Calling on +44 739 580 606. You can speak in Yoruba or English, either one. We need to get the information out there. So I've pinned it now. Prince Elijah Adebayo Achiwaju. Taiwo Sadiku. Yoruba nation is the solution. No election can be free and fair in Nigeria. That's exactly the point. The election was fair, but Inec controlled by IPC problems. Yes, T. Ola Tunwagun. Yes, exactly. Ajayi Okikiola, welcome on board. Tosi Mormu, welcome on board. Saravan Kuma, welcome on board. Thank you very much. So I just want to greet you all, and I recognize you on the platform. Since those who were hacking Beavers machines didn't have their way, the election have been rigged. Nigerians, much ado about nothing. It's for INEC to decide all the presidential candidates winners of the election, for us to have a peace. Wicked thieves parading as good men. Exactly. Ogundipe Shegun. Absolutely. I agree with you. So this thing has to be rerun. So what I'm showing you on the screen is I want you to understand that the local government, they have no constitutional powers. One of the things that we'll be doing until we get to Yoruba Nation is to begin to empower our communities. And this is the bit I want you to really focus on. And I want you to, we're going to go to section 14.2a, 14.2c. So let's go there now. And I want to show you what you need to do in every community. And I'm hoping you can learn, people can, and please do share this. We will need our communities to be aware that as a community, I need to explain something to people. What makes up a nation? What makes up a nation is a group of communities that agree to be together as in unity, in from one community to the next. That is what will make up. That is what makes up a nation. So you'll have many communities coming together, and they become a nation. In our case, we weren't given that opportunity. It was forced upon us by the military. But since we are, and they say that we the people, because we are sovereign, because it says sovereignty belongs to the people of Nigeria, from whom the government, through this constitution, derives all its powers and authority, which means that every community is sovereign, every single community. And we need our people to understand that. You need to understand that you are sovereign, which means that you control the government is answerable to you. And we need to tell every community that that's the power that you possess. But you can only exercise that power when you stand together as a community. That is only for as long as we are in contract with Nigeria. And we need to begin to exercise that power. We can only exercise that power when we stand collectively as a community to demand for the things we want to improve our community. We have that right. So that is the first part, is that sovereignty that the government is using comes from each and every community. So your community has agreed to be part of, illegally, albeit by the military, to be part of Nigeria, and you've given some of your powers away for the government to rule over you. Now, since the government are not doing what they're supposed to do, there is a second part of it that I want you to look at. Section C, 14.2c. The participation by the people in the government shall be ensured in accordance with the provisions of the Constitution. We need to train each other how to begin to hold the government to account. You have to put their feet to fire. You need to be questioning them. We are the ones who are paying your wages, who are paying for all the things you need, the buildings that you use. Our community is not getting, we're not having roads, water, light, school, bridges. We have to put the pressure on them directly. No ifs, no buts. And every community needs to join hands. If you don't join hands, if you are busy in a church and a mosque, you will not achieve you will not be able to build roads in your school, in your community. You won't get good roads, water, light, hospital, bridges. It's when you stand in your community together and you say, from what all the community must come together and say, look, in our community, our sovereignty, we're exercising it by participating in our governance, questioning you, demanding that our roads must be built in our community, our schools must be built in our community. So those two, 14.2a, 14.2c, is of immense importance that every community must know. Because that's the way we can begin to hold them to account. And then you start with your local councillor. They are mandated to serve you. They are serving you. The local government chairman, they are mandated to serve you. Your state house of assembly, they are mandated to serve you. And remember, I said to you that there's about 4-something trillion naira that the state government is sitting on that is meant for local government areas. And that money needs to come in. So the thing is, when you stand as a community, you can now go as a community to the state house of assembly. And you now speak to the house of assembly and say, look, the funds meant for local government in our area must come in because we want roads, we want water, we want bridges. We have to be actively participating in that. Going to a church or going to the mosque, you're not going to participate in that. You need to spend the hours a lot of hours together planning, detailed all of the bad roads, the lack of water, the lack of light, detail all of it. And you go speak to first your councillor. Make sure you communicate all of these problems to him. If he's not answering, go to your local government chairman. Again, collectively as a group. And then if that's not working, then you go straight to the State House of Assembly and you tell them that we are the ones paying your wages, and we as a community, we have a right to those good roads, water, light. It's mandated in some sections of the Constitution. So my brother, bro, and bond, like you said, I'm going to do a show to enlighten our people again. I think it's time to do that. So thank you very much for that idea. I will be bringing that on board in due course. But I want us to be very aware. Those two powerful places there, the system is not working. But we can hold it to account to a certain extent if we begin to work collectively as a community. Sovereignty, when you stand as a community, you are exercising your sovereignty. Then when you now go and actually question the government by participating, you question them. You say, look, we are the sovereign people of this land, and we want our roads to be fixed. We are telling you what we want because we are exercising our sovereignty and our right to participate as laid down within the Constitution of the Federal Republic of that year, Nigeria. That is what we can do until we get to such a point that once the people start doing that, they will get used to questioning the system. Right now, everybody in the local government area, they are all afraid to question the system because they believe that the government is separate from them. Our people believe, let me say that again, our people believe that the government is separate, that they have nothing to do with the government, that the government is just controlling them and they have no say in it. No. The government is working for you. And that is what we need to teach our people. And you can question the government and you can get them to fix the things that are missing in your community. So that is the area that we need to work on. I hope this is making sense as I'm talking about this. If you do want to call in on +44 739 606. It's pinned on both Citizen AY and on Duduwa TV Radio. And of course, if you want to call in online if you want to call in on YouTube, I'll put that as well. So plus call in on Ekwe Wallace, Ekwe Siori. So I'm going to do that here. So I've got like another 5-10 minutes or so already before we wrap up, plus 44. So 1 minute. I'm just fixing that as I speak to you. Okay. So that's 3 areas we're doing now. So there you go. So I'll pin that there. If you do want to call in, so it's pinned on Oduduwa TV Radio on YouTube, it's pinned on Oduduwa TV Radio on Facebook, and of course on Citizen AY on Facebook. So if you want to call in, we've got about 5-10 minutes. The phone lines are open. You can call in. We've taken a few calls already, but you're welcome to contribute to the discussions as well. And if you have any questions in terms of the Constitution, we can also talk about that as well. Oh shoot, I didn't bring the. Okay, I've got it here. Let me just. I need to have a drink. I'm thirsty. What we want to do, those of us who are going for self-determination, we need to prepare. This is an open goal now. Nigeria has given us an open goal. We don't have to tell people what is wrong with Nigeria. They are experiencing it. Lack of cash, lack of petrol, lack of roads, lack of water, lack of schools, lack of bridges, no accountability, impunity, fraud, corruption, no transparency in your elections. The Inec chairman will say one thing, will do the next. There's a myriad of things that those who support One Nigeria can see. What we must do as Yoruba Nation movement is to organize ourselves, be ready to receive them, and then to collectively work with them to achieve the self-determination that we also crave for. This, I'm telling you that this 14.2a and 14.2c are the tools we will need to empower our people to such an extent that when they start exercising that power, they will naturally demand for a referendum themselves, because they will see what is happening. They will see more and more feelings of this system and why they must go for self-determination. But we have to wake them up. We have to wake them up. And at this point, please, every community watching me, if you're spending 12, 20, 10, 20 hours in the church, in the mosque, cut that time down to only 1 hour, because the church and the mosque is not going to build your road. The church and the mosque, they're not going to build your hospital. The church and the mosque, they're not going to build your schools for your children. The church and the mosque, they're not going to fix your light. Spend the hours within your community, come together. You are all suffering from the same thing, bad governance. You are stronger together when you collectively work in your community to hold them to account. And there's a way to do it. Sovereignty and participation in government. Both of them are enshrined in that fraudulent 1999 constitution, and you can use those powers as far as it's possible. In fact, you can use it a lot, strongly. Long enough for us to now write something, redraft, get a referendum in place. So it needs participation from all of us. And we need people who are at home. We have to empower you to be able to be independent. You see, when you're sovereign, you can take independent action, and we want every community to decide themselves, right? Okay, we want to hold them to account because we want them to be. We are participating in our governance, and they operate freely, and it means that they no longer depend on handouts from us in diaspora. So much so that they will make sure that the things they need they get, and that is the idea behind what we're trying to do here. So I hope that makes sense. I will come and do that in English again. So. Prince Elijah, if you don't want to, Elijah Adebayo Shiwaju, if you want to call in, you can call in. I've put the number in there. Ajetu Mobi Olusegun Samson, you can call in on +44 7995 606. Let me see. I want to make sure that's there. So if you want to call in, if I've missed your call before, I'm just going to check if calls have come in. Okay, I've received several calls today, which I spoke to, and that's fine. But yeah, do call in. I've probably got another 5-10 minutes that I might take a minute and just look at what's going on. But I want us all to know that the entire system is a fraud, and we need to make sure that we wake our people up. Let me go and look at what they're doing in that place. No doubt they will still be reading the same thing as I told you. They will still be reading the same fraudulent results. The plan. Look, let's go. You see.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
You see. Look.
Thank you very much.
You see? You see? You see? Please keep in mind everything that they're reading now is not from the beavers. They are manually generated numbers. And they promised in November that they were going to use the beavers. So they've taken us back several years.
Number of PVC collected was 4,156, and the areas affected were 10 polling units in 7 RAs of the state. The reason does the number of registered voters in the affected areas were 4419.
Okay, party agents, any comment, any observation? Thank you very much. So please, scope accompanied by the admin secretary, please step forward and submit your report and results.
So, see, it's all fake. It's all fake. there's no beavers. This is a beavers free zone. Waiting on the see so now beavers free zone. And make I help now. I feel do am well. Make I see if I feel do. I will leave it. I think I'll leave it. I was going to do something, but I'll see. I may. Which I won't find one now. No, not that one. Sorry. I define one as small. No, not that one. Oops. No. I'm trying to do something, but I can't do it just yet. I'll leave it. Yeah, so it's a beavers free zone. What does that mean? It means that the people there, I'll try something actually. Yes, I'm gonna quickly do something. Whilst you're on here, I'm gonna do that now. And every time I see that page, you will see beavers free zone. You will see it on the screen. Yes. Let me see. Every time you see I mean, no. Me too, I define one. I know say I define one, but I have to emphasize the point. Beavers free zone. Yeah.
Sorry, Chairman, it's actually not a reconciliation.
So,
election was expected, but unfortunately it was not saved, so a wrong figure was projected.
You see?
The figure that I read earlier stands.
You see now?
Right.
You see now?
But I would start again from the party's performance. A party 347. AA 729. AAC 551. ADC 2845. ADP 2602. APC 5.
All of it is not. Okay, I need to insert the pictures.
APGA APG 125.
It's not gonna let me do it. Okay.
APM 3170.
I just don't want to risk it. But it's all of this is an APM, the beavers free zone. So we don't trust anything that they're saying there. None of it. So if anybody wants to call, you've got a few more minutes, then I'll wrap up. Let me just see how long I've been going on for now.
1052.
So ẹni tó bá yẹ pé wọlé ẹ lè sọ Yorùbá ẹ lè sọ èdè tí bá fẹ́ sọ màá dé ìṣèpá gbìyànjú kí n ṣàlàyé ẹ tó bá fẹ́ pé wọlé ẹ lè pè wọlé.
1987.
Okay, sir, ẹ pè mí lẹ́yìn ẹ pè wọn yes.
504.
Ẹ ṣeun.
YPP 9429.
So let's have a look.
1790.
Mbo.
Total valid votes 1702005.
So how long have I been doing that for now? I can't remember.
Rejected votes 44405. Total vote cast 1746410.
Really? Beavers free zone. Now beavers free zone. No, don't fall for the load. Now lie you. Then they don't lie finish you. They don't lie finish you. Now beavers free zone with this so.
In those areas, total number of registered votes.
You see?
Is 201,165.
Now I want to ask a question. Now that we know that the election, the beavers wasn't there, when they finish and they announce somebody as a president, how will you feel knowing that this is a fraud in front of us all? How will you feel? Think about that. Have a think about that as we're talking. It's 1:28 now. Sugar. Okay.
Involving 197 PU in 103 areas. Total PVC collected
Have a think about that. If you want to call in, you can call in on +44 739 580 606. The number is on the screen across there. You're welcome to join us in that discussion as well.
Okay, thank you.
So,
party agents, any observations, any comments? Yes, I can see a hand there. Please give her the microphone.
So let's just see. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, permit me to stand on existing protocol.
Yeah, I'm live right now, but you want to talk? Okay, more. I am live right now. If you want to call in, hello. I'm live right now. Ekason. More live by you.
Yes, sir.
The professor, ṣé ní kan fẹ́ sọ? Ẹ ṣeun. Ben, adúpẹ́.
Yes, sir. Èmi ni Prince Elijah.
Ben, sir. Mo ti orúkọ yín. Ẹ ṣeun.
Ọlọ́run kí Olúwa kó ràn yín lọ́wọ́.
Àmín àṣẹ.
Ẹni kó sórí iṣẹ́.
Àmín àṣẹ.
Ṣé rí problem tí àwọn ènìyàn wá ní? Àti dìde ìrànlọ́wọ́ fún àwọn olódìṣòro. Ìdí ni ẹ̀ tí àwọn Yorùbá fi ń jìyà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣé rí ní ẹ̀rẹ́ tí mo wà níbí?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Mo rí àwọn.
Network. Hello. Network. Ó máa padà wá. Network. Hold on, ó máa padà wọlé sí.
When we finished, it was uploaded.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi bẹ́ẹ̀ sà?
Mo ń gbọ́ yín.
Wọ́n lóhùn èlò kankan.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Tí wọ́n bá lóhùn èlò.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Kò sí tí ò jẹ́ kó ní kálukú dìde sí àdúgbò rẹ̀ ṣùgbọ́n ṣé ẹni tí ò ní ohun èlò kankan rárá láti fi dojúkọ ìjà tí ò dẹ̀ sí olùrànlọ́wọ́ tí a dẹ̀ ti pariwo tí ò sí kankan ṣé òun lè rò pé ó yá ó máa wá ọgbọ́n láti sọ pé òun kó ènìyàn jọ torí ogun la ṣe ń wá èrò nǹkan ìjà ogun lẹ̀.
Mo gbọ́ yín.
ṣé gómìnà ilé òkè kí wá fẹ́ jagun o.
No.
Ṣùgbọ́n pé ibi tí a bá ti ń gbìyànjú pé ẹja ṣe báyìí àwọn ọmọ ogun kọ̀rọ̀wọ̀ sí mìíràn àwọn ẹlòmíràn lè gbéṣẹ́ tọ́ọ̀gì àbí iṣẹ́ agbanipa fún wọ́n lè dédédé tó wọ́n tẹ̀ pé lákọni lọkùnrin wà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ṣùgbọ́n gbà tí ò sí ń kọ́ kí la fẹ́ ṣe torí irú àdúgbò tá a wà yìí àdúgbò tó le ní owó la fi ń yí nǹkan èlò kò sẹ́nibọ̀ tó rẹ́dà àti dìde pé òun fẹ́ ran àwọn ènìyàn tó fẹ́ defend ara wọn lọ́wọ́. Irú àdúgbò bí tá a wà yìí àdúgbò bí tó critical tó yẹ pé àwọn ará ibi wọn kópa ibẹ̀ ni.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Mo ti fìgbà kan pẹ̀ yín kan náà rí wípé bàbá nǹkan báyìí ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o.
Mo rántí.
Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ènìyàn rẹ́dí àti ràn yàn lọ́wọ́ nítorí pé àwọn ènìyàn rẹ́dí àti ṣe ohunkóhun pé káwọn náà tẹ ẹ̀gbára kú sílẹ̀ lóko ẹrú ẹ wo orú àwọn arábí tá à ń sọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí sà. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn ìyàwó ilé náà ti fún lóyún bí ní eré àbíta wáyé. Ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ni wọ́n ti bímọ kódà tí wọ́n ti di fámìlì pẹ̀lú túláàsì nígbà tí ò sí nǹkan ìjà ńkọ́ tó lè fi gbọ́ra wọn lẹ̀. Bí àwọn tó dẹ̀ wà nípò gíga ní orílẹ̀-èdè wa níbí wọn ò ṣe tán àti dìde pé àwọn làwọn ọlọ́gbẹ́já lọ́wọ́ nítorí pé nítorí kí ó bá tún ba reputation àwọn náà jẹ. Torí ìjẹkúdújẹra ìjẹkújẹ tí wọ́n ń jẹ kò jẹ́ kí ilé kálukú mọbi tí ó lọ ìdí nìyẹn tó fi dàbí ni pé púpọ̀ nínú àwọn ọ̀dọ́ táwọn ládùúgbò yìí ló fi dàbí nípa aya ọ̀lẹ a ò ya ọ̀lẹ kò sí àtìlẹ́yìn kankan kò sí ìwọ̀n èlò kankan ẹ jọ̀wọ́ sàkí la fẹ́ ṣe.
Ara ọ̀nà ẹsẹ̀ rí àwọn àbá tí mo sọ ń sìn púpọ̀ náà ara bíi wọ́n ti fi ìjayà sí gbogbo wa lọ́kàn.
Wọ́n ti fi ẹ̀rù sí wa ta lára.
Òun náà ni.
Ṣé wàá rí náà àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa wọn ò bẹ̀rù ohunkóhun ṣùgbọ́n kò sóhun ìjà kò sóhun èlò kò sí kankan. Pẹ̀lú ipá àti túláàsì lóníkálukú fi di ìbò tó ní kọjá. Torí bàbá ni wọ́n lọ ká wọn mọ́lé wọ́n pa wọ́n dẹ̀ gbéyàwó lọ. Kò bẹ́ẹ̀ gbedé tẹ̀sán òfò ni bẹ́ẹ̀ gbedé pálásì odó ẹjọ́ ọ̀nà níbo la fẹ́ lọ bá sà.
Ntí.
So fún ìdí eléyìí sà Sherry, we pay a fair mobilize Arawa, Amakora Leko, or not Taliba, you get a Talibe, Baba, be I will be a do about Totan, who sent Maritio Dideo.
Agboye.
Especially,
Agboye.
I want about the Rieta. What the Opolopo, what the Sumwa, what the D. Wọ́n ti ya ọ̀lẹ sínú ilé torí pé nígbà tí àwọn rò pé àwọn gbọ́ àwọn ògbọ́n gbà yẹn wọ́n ti fi àwọn aráabí ti fi àìgbọ́n gba ọgbọ́n ní ọwọ́ wọn wọ́n ti obi tó ń fi sí. Ṣùgbọ́n àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ti fi wọ́n especially lágbègbè tá a wà níbí wọ́n ti rẹ́dí àti ṣohunkóhun. Èmi wò pé kí n pè ní after program ṣùgbọ́n mo rí i pé eléyìí ò kì í ṣe after program. So ìmọ̀ràn mi sí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ sí i. Enta lè ṣe náà ní kákí gbàjarì sí yín. Ẹ ràn wá lọ́wọ́. Kí a lè tó tán. Tá a bá lè tó tán, fúnra wa ní practicalize. Ká mobilize ara wa, ọ̀rẹ́ tá ó rìn, ọ̀nà tá ó gbà, yóò rọrùn.
Agboye.
But without that, we cannot do anything. A kò máa pariwo ṣáá lásán ni. A máa pariwo bá ṣe máa pariwo nìyẹn without no changes.
Àmọ́
most of àwọn tẹ̀lé rántí wa sà ní diaspora Nàìjíríà bí àbí ní outside lọ́hùn owó àwọn bàbá wa nípò ojú àwo ìlà wo fi ń gbọbẹ̀ most of them wọ́n jíṣẹ́ kankan most of them wọ́n ṣe kankan wọ́n ti mọ̀ra wọn inú àwọn tó mọ̀ra wọn náà ni wọ́n ń mo rò pọ̀rọ̀ mi ti yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn.
Ó ti yé mi.
So ìdí nìyẹn àwa ní platform yìí báyìí mo ní YouTube mo ní Instagram mo ní Facebook ní àyè ní Facebook ní àyè ni mo tẹ̀sí wà corporate kò sí anytime wọ́n á rìn gírí ni màá dẹ̀ bẹ̀ sí máa wò mo wá wò pé àti mú advice àwọn àti mú ìmọ̀ràn yín wá ṣé kò ní le ṣùgbọ́n kò le tá a bá ti fi làyè káyìí sí. Àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa ẹ̀sìn wọ́n ní làyè káyìí wọ́n mọ tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ o wọ́n dẹ̀ mọ tó yẹ kán ṣe. Ṣùgbọ́n kò sí preparation. No, there's no sound well preparation because ṣé ẹni tó wà ní outside lọ́hùn bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn ṣò lẹ́yìn tó kó wá gbáradì fún kankan níbí. Àwọn tó dẹ̀ wà outside lọ́hùn yẹn most of them wọ́n ń parọ́ tọ̀ wá ni kò sí ìkàtà rí. Dáwọ́ ṣe táwọn ṣe pé àárín wọn mú bí àárín wọn kó bí ṣùgbọ́n a ní ohun èlò àti ìmúra dáadáa láti sọ pé à ń tẹ̀kì decision fúnra wa.
ń gbọ́ yín.
sóhun èlò ló jẹ wá ní àṣà. gbogbo àwọn ọ̀dọ́ tá ń kóra wa jọ mi ò mọ tìbò mìíràn o ṣùgbọ́n mọ̀ pé mo ṣe ń sọ níbí bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa rí níbò mìíràn ṣùgbọ́n àti ní get better communication pẹ̀lú ẹ̀yin báyìí ó ní ìṣòro torí pé báyìí ní Yorùbá ní ìṣòro báyìí ẹ̀yin ni agbẹnusọ fún wa tí ẹ̀ ń ṣí wa níyè tẹ̀ ń ta wá jí. Nígbà tá a rí nǹkan kan kí la fẹ́ ṣe.
Àgbọ́yé.
Àbí ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ rẹ̀ kú bóyá ẹ̀ direct wa sọ́dọ̀ èèyàn kan lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tí èèyàn kan tẹ̀ direct sọ́dọ̀ èèyàn kan tí mo rúkọ ẹ̀bùn láṣìírí mo kò ní ibi tí mo wà yìí bí yóò bá ti wọ mọ́tò láti ibi tí mo wà yìí náà yóò fẹ́ ná tó 8,000 to 10,000 by now ń fi kó tó dẹ́kọ̀. Ká tó wẹ̀ ní ẹ̀kan àtúwá débẹ̀ yẹn ẹ̀nẹ́ tó wá pa fóònù làbárí pé àmọ̀ padà á lè ìtìjú la padà bá wálé. Àbọ̀dọ̀ mi ò yé ibà ìta.
Ọmọ ó yé mi àgbọ́yé.
Ẹni tí ẹ bá rí ni kí ẹ mọ̀ pé ọ̀ràn sí àwọn tó bá wà lágbègbè wọn. Kí wọ́n lè get well better everybody ti rẹ́ẹ̀dì fún kóhun torí pé pẹ̀lú tó tẹ̀ ń ṣẹlẹ̀ yìí kódà ó mú ìbànújẹ́ wá sọ́kàn gbogbo ọ̀dọ́ kódà ẹ wò mí ṣe mọ́tà yìí àwọn ọ̀dọ́ ìsìn wọn ti wá gbọ́n oníkálukú ti ń jápa kó ní kọ́ńtì yìí.
Òun náà ni mo mọ a ti ń gbọ́.
Ẹni yìí báyìí yóò kẹ́rù yóò kó lọ sí Canada ẹlòmí ò tiẹ̀ kọ̀ pé òun ṣẹrú lọ́hùn tí ó fi dáwọ́ padà kó yá ìgbó òun kó nu wàhálà ìlà yìí ló. Ẹ dákun eléyìí kẹ́rù tọ̀hún mẹ́rù tì í mẹ́rù ta ni ó kù sí Nàìjíríà. Ẹja sọ pé ta ni ó kù sílẹ̀ Yorùbá tó fẹ́ dìde àgbẹ̀pọ̀ òun ṣe báyìí òun ṣe yìí ṣe rí pé ìṣòro ti wà ń bẹ̀. Ẹni tí ẹ bá rí ni kẹ́ rántí ẹni àgbègbè rẹ̀. So better communication and witnesses will happen through phone and other things. ṣẹ́gbọ́n bẹ́yẹn
náà. mo gbọ́ yín.
So without that, àwọn ọ̀dọ́ wa àwọn ti ìbẹ̀rù ti wà o. Wọ́n ní kankan. Àwọn tá a dẹ̀ ń sọ yìí, wọ́n yí wa káńbí tá a wà yìí ni o. Tọ́ba tí wíìsì bá blow báyìí, we'll capture everybody mọ́lé ni. Because we have no weapons.
Àgbọ̀yé
bó ṣe rí nìyẹn bá blow wíìsì bá wọn rábí báyìí kí lè ọtún mọ́ wọ́n fẹ́ sọ gbé ilé àgbègbè àgbègbè táwa yìí wọ́n sọ de eru. Láti wá ń lé bàbá wa ìyá sì ń jẹ wá. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kó sún yín o.
Ẹ ṣeun.
Ara wo ò gbá ibù lẹ́nu kan mo sọ pé mi ò tiẹ̀ ní sanwó kan wọ́n ṣe à ń pùsì pé kí wọ́n lè ń jẹ́ kí aṣíwájú fún ẹ sọ̀rọ̀. That is why tí mo ṣe decide láti pè tí mo ti ní pè mí kí Ọlọ́run bá òkè kó dáríjì ṣe gbọ́ mi sà.
Àgbọ́yé.
Táwọn onílẹ̀ ọ̀ dáríjì mo sọ pé mo ti pè ńgbà kan rí tá a tẹ wà ní mítìn tá a sì ń gbóhùn yín.
Okay.
Sọdélé ọlọsọdọ ẹkọ kọọtù ní tó wọn á ní ẹdín bẹyẹn ṣé nǹkan tẹni ká máa ṣe nìyẹn àbá ń fi yà á jẹra wa. Ṣé òṣùgbọ́n inú mi dùn lé ní pé àwọn náà ló ní kí n pè wọ́n sì wà pẹ̀lú mi báyìí.
Okay.
So ẹ dákun.
All right, ẹ jẹ́ ká wo tá a lè bá ṣe máa bára wa sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ẹ̀ torí ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ó dé mi lójú pé kì í ṣe pé ọ̀rọ̀ owó nìkan ọ̀rọ̀ àgbékalẹ̀.
Kò sí tí a lè dá ọdẹ tó ń lọ gbọ́ ọdẹ kò níbọn kò lọ́kọ̀ kò ládàá kò lágbèrò kò lálùpá kò lálùwò kò ní kankan tó ní kí ló wà lọ́nu gbọ́ kó wá pàdé ọ̀rọ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ẹ mọ̀ pé ibẹ̀ làwọn inú ó pa sí.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọdẹ tó tọ́dẹ ló ń poni nínú gbó.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Ọlọ́run bá òkè bá wa ṣe àṣàṣeyọrí ẹ o.
Ẹ ṣeun mo dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ yín ẹ ṣeun.
Gbogbo àwọn fọ́ọ̀mù káàkiri wọ́n mọra wọn o.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ni.
Àwọn tó ń wọ́n mọra wọn ni wọ́n ṣe ẹmọ́jẹ làmọ́lẹ̀.
Ó ti yé mi. Àgbọ̀yé mo ti máa tọ̀ nọ́mbà yín sìn so a lè sọ̀rọ̀ ṣẹgbọ́ kí àwọn tá máa ṣe ṣẹgbọ́ ẹ ṣeun. Ẹ ṣeun gan mo dúpẹ́ ẹ ṣeun. Àtẹ̀yìn náà ẹ ṣeun ọjà wọ. That was a very difficult and a heavy discussion. And because of what is really going on, and they speak, the man who spoke, I thank you for calling and talking at length about the concerns and the obvious constraints that is in our community. Again, the discussion has to be something that is a collegiate discussion, one where we have a collective coming up with a real solution, a long-lasting solution. And I'm hoping that we will, we'll have more discussions around this. I can't give you a definite answer now, but it's something. I've got the number, and let's really see how we can, among ourselves, come up with something to solve our own problems in a way. One thing I want us to know, I know people don't want to hear this. One thing I would like us to really know is that we are resource endowed. We are very, very rich. And I'm hoping that we can connect our people to the things that they possess within their own communities. And because that's the only way we can really get this done. There are limits to what how we abroad can actually financially assist, certainly for medium to long term. What is going to be more realistic is empowering our people to hopefully begin to stand for their rights and being able to exercise that right and seeing it working. Because when you see one community doing that, then the other communities will follow that. So that's the trick that we have to really master now in terms of those of us in the struggle for Yoruba nation. We really need to empower our people. It might be a combination of initial financial assistance to now building them up to now stand for themselves and begin to to hold those government to account, or combination of those things. But it's not. I'm not going to lie to you and say that the financial constraints, particularly in the times where everything is expensive, has made people in diaspora to look at things in a different way. So, mo gbọ́ ǹtẹ́ sọ gangan ni mo ti store number yín ẹ jẹ́ ká ro bí a ṣe máa gbé bá ṣe máa tẹ̀síwájú lórí ọ̀rọ̀ náà. What I'd like to say, in going forward is that I'm really grateful for the call that you made now. and it gives us a more insight. And I hope people who are watching. And we need to build something more long-lasting. We cannot just do a question of haphazard. Okay, we'll help now, and then it stops. And we need to build something that will be long-lasting in our community. So yeah. So that's what I would like to say. AJ Farce. Ekason. Good afternoon, my brother. Thank you so much. So what I'm hoping to do by doing this program, the program like this, was to raise the level of awareness in our community, and hoping we can wake up and make the positive changes. As you can see, Beavers to wọ́n lo Beavers o. Ẹ wo. Jerry, no.
We're still live at the National Collation Center. Let's listen in.
Followed by the scope, who shall then make his presentation.
My name is...
I'm not interested in reading it out because we all know it's fake. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back later on. I just wanted to have a quick, update and run down with us. What is clear is that the election is fraudulent. A large part Europe, and many of you would know that I have made severe reservations of mentioning or talking about anything Europe. I have severe reservations, but even they have had to admit that all hail Biafra, James Friday. Yes, all hail Biafra. Yeah, and all hail and all hail Yoruba nation. We are going to go forward and in our communities. I want to speak to one or two things I've had about Yoruba people and confrontation between Yoruba people in Yoruba land and confrontation between Yoruba people in Igbo land, both sides. We need to be very, very careful with each other, try and understand each other. We are both actually facing the same problems, and turning on each other is not going to solve the problem. So I think we need to really make sure we build dialogue among ourselves and be understanding among ourselves, because we're hearing that the APC people were forcing the Igbos and Biafrans to vote for only APC, and likewise the people who are in Igbo land were forcing people to vote for only Igbo party. That's not how we do it. We're talking about freedom of speech, and if people choose to support somebody, we have to let them do so. And that's another problem on its own. So please, let's all really be aware of that within our communities. And again, it's all about education. It's all about making ourselves aware of how we can really make this positive change and go for self-determination. So the figure that you're seeing on the screen is all a lie. It is all doctored. We can't trust it. So I guess what I'm going to say is we're going to end the broadcast. I want to thank you so much for joining me, but you can play it back. Those of you who are joining, you can play it back again. And apparently we're seeing there's a tanker that explodes near Lagos Jetty. That's a breaking news that we just saw. There's more. We'll come back and do some more on that. So I want to thank you for watching. You've been watching Season AY in conjunction with Oduduwa TV Radio. Thank you so much. Please continue to leave your comments. Please do share the broadcast. I'm glad that we've been able to, talk about the really important things. All of the announcement made, they are absent. There's no beavers. They have no beaver. The results are not connected with the beavers. In effect, the results are beavers free zone. Anything that is beavers free zone is fraudulent. Any result announced, they are beavers free zone, which means that they are fraudulent. They've been manufactured. They have been manufactured. So that's the message there. Loriro, Nigeria is Loriro. Esther Ade Adepoju. Esther Ade Adepoju. Ben Loriro ni pata. So So I want to greet everybody. I greet you all for joining us on this podcast. I'll have a short break and I'll be back later on. What I may do. No, I think I'm going to stop it because I don't want to leave it running for long, because it's important to talk about things. One thing I want to just bring back before I go. It's a mixture. One thing I want to bring back is to remind us about the Constitution. We are going to have a talk about that. I want people to be aware of 14.2a and 14.2c, and we begin to empower people with that way. Yes, of course, if we are possible, we can assist in terms of finances, but that needs to be something that is more interconnected and integrated in the system, in a proper functioning system. It can't just be haphazard. So there's a lot of discussion we're doing, and we'll be having discussions within Yoruba Nation to see how we can really bring things really back to, to a place where we can be ready to give sustained awareness and assistance in what is going on, at least in the short term, and then people can be free to then, take the reins themselves, community by community. So I want to thank you all for joining me. You've been watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I'll be back later on to give you further updates. Thank you very much. I'm going to have a break now. I'll be back later on. Thank you. Bye for now. Before I go, let's play that one more time. I want you to hear this song one more time. Before I go, there's no harm. Egboni, and I'll see if I can download, but you can get it from iTunes and Spotify. It's on there, and I'll see if I can put this song on, on the page, and people can get it that way. But it's easier, to be honest. If you would really be helping Citizen AY in being able to actually do. There are some things that have been discussed now that I want to be able to do as well. So helping by supporting the creative side of things that we've done, by getting it and listening and sharing it, actually will help in the in this in this project that we're trying to do collectively. So please do have a listen, and it's on iTunes and Spotify, like I said. How long we're not going to go to suffer? It's a song I wrote with my producer friend of mine, and have a listen.
My people, I throw it hello. Constitution. wake up, make una wake up. Wake up, time done that. Baga, baga, me Yoruba man. You be Biafra. I want make una know say self-determination now your right you. How long una go dey suffer? How long una go dey suffer?
Yeah, I hope you found that beneficial. I hope you like it. Yeah, so please, we want you to help us share that song. You can find it on iTunes and Spotify. So thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. You all know what is happening in Nigeria is the very reason why we need to break away from contraction Nigeria, and we have to do that via a referendum to go for self-determination. So I thank you all for watching. You've been watching Citizen Network, the platform where we speak truth to power. Please do share this podcast. You can watch it all over again. Talk to friends about it. Don't forget, go and download the How Long Will I Suffer on Spotify and iTunes. Help us grow and get that song to reach more people, and share it in our villages and towns and cities. It's so relevant to what's going on right now. We'll be back later on. Subscribe to Citizen AY, Oduduwa TV Radio, and please share the broadcast. Thank you so much, and bye for now. Bye for now. Thanks. See you all later on. Bye for now.